great for you. I have a good friend that's making crazy amount of money in internet marketing, and I begged, pleaded with him to get him on the show for the reason that he has a simple method that he's making great amount of money. How much money? Well, Reed has been basically he makes maybe $50,000 in a week or so, and that's promoting products out there. But not only that, but he's going to show you how to build a list and get paid by building your list in the same way of doing this. And that is huge because we've talked about many times that the money is the list. That is the most powerful thing. And Reed has maybe 200,000 to 300,000 at one time, and probably even more or even less, whatever. But the rule of thumb is basically every person that's on your list is worth $1 per month. Now Reed has maybe 100, 200,000. How many people are around Reed?
At my peak, we were over 200,000 that we were mailing, multiple offers to. They were in different segments.
Very cool. But rule of thumb is that every person that's on your list, for example, if you have 200,000 or 100,000 or let's say 10,000 people on your email list, it's normally worth $1 per month. Of course, Reed's and our list, because we know how to basically bond with our list, it can be worth a lot more than that to us personally, because really it's that powerful. So, Reed, I'm going to go straight into it. When somebody actually builds a list, how do we basically get our affiliate marketing business going big time like you have? Because I know you'll make sometimes 400, 500,000, or even more a day easily, but with your methods.
Yeah, well, the easiest and fastest way to build an email list, especially if you're just starting out, is to use solo ads. Now, solo ads, basically, you're paying someone who already has a newsletter, they already have an email list, to send out an email about your website or an affiliate promotion that you've got going on that you're affiliated with, or even your own product if you want. And so what I do is I've done things where I'll take maybe a product that might have like private label rights, and I'll create a squeeze page around it. And that way I can build my list that way. I don't have to create a product. I don't have to do anything with that. I can just start building an email list that way. There's also been, other services I've used, like for instance, Brian Winters has this thing called 5-Figure Day, where I've promoted that as an affiliate strictly through solo ads, and I buy a lot of solo ads for that business. In fact, I run a traffic co-op for members of that. And so we we buy traffic for those types of things. People don't have to create anything to do that, and they can get new subscribers that way. They get people added to their Aweber or their GetResponse or whatever autoresponder they're using, and that's a wonderful phenomenon. So, in a nutshell, with a solo ad, let's say that I go and I contact someone who has an email list, and I pay them to send out an email. So I might pay them, maybe $30 or $50, and they'll send me 100 or so people to my website or to the affiliate website that I want them to promote. And that way I'm going to get new subscribers on my list, and I'm going to start making sales from the affiliate offer that's being promoted. Or if I have like my own product or something, I can get sales that way too. It's just a wonderful business model. Once people are on your email list, you can start promoting affiliate things. If you've got your own stuff, you can promote that. If you have like private label rights products, you can promote those. You could even start selling your own solos. You could start offering a coaching program. You can do a lot with an email list. I mean, really, with internet marketing, it's all about building an email list, and this is by far the fastest, easiest, and cheapest way to get started with an email list.
So if I was going to start in the beginning, and I know you're a solo ad, what is basically, how does it work? When I purchase a solo ads, what do I do? Do I give you maybe a product or something like that with the POR rights, and then put a sales page, or maybe do I just opt in, maybe give a free video? How does that work?
Sure. Well, let me first state they're probably mentioning my solo ad directory that I have, where I've reviewed different solo ad vendors.
Okay.
That's probably what they're talking about, because I don't personally sell email clicks to my list. But they're probably referring to soloaddirectory.com, which is a site that I haven't updated in a while, but it's been one of the top ranked sites for solo ads. If you just search for solo ads, you're going to see it on the top page. It's usually number one, but sometimes it goes down a few pegs. And so anyways, with that, so let's say that you want to build an email list, and you've got maybe a product that you've purchased that maybe came with some resale rights or private label rights, so you don't have to create anything, you don't have to make any videos, you don't have to create a product of your own, you have to do anything like that. You can just take this ebook that you got the rights to, and maybe you spent $5, $10, $20 to get some rights to an ebook. You can, sometimes those even come with a squeeze page that's built in. and you can just tie that to your autoresponder and start getting leads that way. So you'll connect with someone who sells solo ads. So you could go on soloaddirectory.com, or another site I like to use is called Udemy, Udimi.com or Udemy, I'm not quite sure how it's pronounced. And that's where I buy a lot of solo ads. There's another site called soloadsx.com that's really popular, and you can find solo ads there. There's Facebook groups. There's lots of Facebook groups for solo ads, and so Skype groups too. And you can get a lot of different solo ads from all those different resources. If you're not in the internet marketing niche or not in like make money niche, there's a resource called directoryofezines.com. Now that's a paid membership. It's $197, but they have all these other niche markets that you can go. So if you're starting, like if you want to do like dog training, you could get email ads in that market, for instance, if you wanted. Now, so let's back up just a little bit, and basically you've got a squeeze page. You've got something you're giving away for free. You would contact a solo ad vendor and say, hey, I've got this thing, I want to send traffic to it. Is this something that would resonate with your list?Uld you send traffic to it? Then you would start and you would buy a really small solo ad from them. So maybe you'd buy 25, 50, 100 clicks from them and see how your conversions are. If it's successful and it does well for you, you would buy more traffic from that vendor. Now usually I'll buy from multiple different vendors and track everything and see who I'm having the best success with and continue to ramp up my campaign. And that way you really minimize your risk, because there's people out there who will sell like the biggest solo ads I've purchased have been over 20,000 clicks, and that was over $12,000, and I've done that multiple times. And so you can really ramp up things. Now, I've bought solo ads that started at like $5 and ramped them up, and kept having more success and profits coming in, and I just slowly kept ramping it up. I don't recommend anyone goes out there and buys 100 or buys 1,000 or 10,000 clicks at a time if they don't know how their offer is converting, they don't know how that list is converting for them. You need to start small and really test and track and tweak and see how things are and see how they can be improved with what you're doing. But when you do that, you're really operating a real business. You're really starting to grow your business. You're building this really nice following. The nice thing about email solo ads is you're kind of getting the respect and the reputation of the person sending the email, because people are looking for these emails in their inbox. They click on one, they read through it, they're like, oh, I like this write-up about what this thing is that I'm getting. I'll go in there, I'll click on the link, and so if that person has a good reputation with them, and that's probably the only reason they're opening that email anyways, is because they have some sort of relationship with that person. They click through and they sign up on your list, and you already have some of their reputation that way. So it's almost like buying a joint venture promotion, which we 5-10 years ago we didn't even know you could really do. You had to have like your own products and stuff like that and really build relationships. And now you're just kind of jumping to the front of the line and saying, hey, I'll pay you money if you send this out. And there's tons of people out there, thousands of people out there that will sell you solo ads. And so it's just a matter of figuring out who's good for you and who are the good players and stick with the right ones for you. And that's where you're going to see a lot of success. You're going to start really growing your list. You're going to start really building a relationship with them. You're going to have success as an affiliate or promoting your own stuff. And I love promoting stuff as an affiliate. So for instance, I've done campaigns where I've promoted just as an affiliate, and I'll maybe work something in because I've got enough reputation in the marketplace where I'll be like, hey, I'll promote it as an affiliate, but I want a copy of all my leads. And so I know who signed up and who's really responsive to this offer. And so I've done that where I've done things where I promoted something and I got like 3,000, 4,000 leads signed up for their thing, and they not only gave me all the subscribers and I could import into my own autoresponder, but I also won contest prizes. So that one I won a couple $1,000s in prizes and made another like $4,000 or $5,000 in commission. So it like doubled my money. Plus I made I got this new email list that I could start emailing and doing stuff with. So it's a phenomenal thing, and I've done that over and over and over again. And so it's a really lucrative business model for doing affiliate promotions, as long as you can get a copy of the list or send them to your own squeeze page first, or doing it where you have like your own product. It's just really a killer strategy.
That's amazing. Folks, you don't realize who's talking right here. Reed is the real deal. For him to make $50,000 in a week or so, and he's giving you a business model that very few people out there are using. This stuff works. How long does it take for you, not Reed, but you out there that's watching this, to make 50 grand? I'm talking about 50 grand without just basically right behind the computer. He's not hauling up big pieces of PCP pipe or CVS blocks up to maybe the third floor. I mean, he's sitting behind the computer and doing all this stuff. And Reed is giving you his business model, where a $50,000 business model within a week, right there in your hands for less than basically the price of a sandwich, basically. And Reed is doing this to help as many people as possible. Reed, a lot of the people that you taught this, they're very successful at this, are they not?
Yeah, I mean, we've had a lot of people who have bought solo ads from my directory, or they've, contacted me for, coaching on solo ads, or they've gone through training courses of mine where I've taught solo ads, and they really hit the ground running. You see people winning affiliate contests. You see people, start, getting, real checks in the mail from stuff that they've promoted. People that have never made a dime online have been able to have success with solo ads because they follow the system that I teach them, and they do, the exact steps that I tell them to do. Because I mean, you can go in there and you don't know anything about solo ads. You might buy from someone that isn't good in the marketplace. But if you follow my checklist and my systems, you're going to be able to really minimize your risks. And yeah, you might have some solo ads that don't do so well. I do too. I have solo ads that don't always work. But overall, I make more money from my solo ads than I put out, and I make a lot of the money back immediately or within like a month or so of buying the solo ad. So I mean, I've had things where I've bought solo ads and I'm like doubling, tripling my money that day, and it's just a phenomenal way to grow a business and to grow an email list that I can make money from for years to come.
I'm going to just come straight forward. First of all, folks, understand that we need to take our business next level, and we have to invest in ourselves because nobody else is going to invest in ourselves. Knowledge is power, and this is basically it. Reed, I was going to ask you straight off. Once they get in, what are they going to see, and what are they going to learn, and what's going to take their business next level?
Sure. Well, in this course, they're going to learn exactly what solo ads are, how they work, where they should go to find solo ads, the questions they should be asking these solo ad vendors, how they should evaluate their solo ads, how they should set things up, like their tracking and their testing, and make sure that everything's working properly, how to know when to ramp up a campaign, how to minimize all their risks so they can maximize their profits. They're going to get a couple different webinars. One of them is with John Thornhill, where we're going to share how he went from working in a factory to doing over $5 million online. Another one is with me, where it's really going to be more about solo ads and more about internet marketing in general. You get the PowerPoint from this presentation, so you can print off that. You get the transcripts. There's a checklist cheat sheet which shows you how to evaluate a seller and how to evaluate a solo ad to know if you should buy more. You've got the transcript. You've got a customer-only Facebook group. You get a one-on-one consultation with me for 15 minutes. This is not a sales pitch or anything. You can ask me questions about solo ads, ask me questions about internet marketing. I'm just there to help. We got a Facebook customer group. Basically, we've gone in and just taken all sorts of stuff. I mean, this is a module from my $997 coaching program, and we're releasing it for a fraction of the price so we can help as many people as possible, because that's really what it's all about.
That's you know what, everyone understand that I totally endorse this product for one reason, because Reed is really making this kind of money. I mean, $50 in about a week or so. I mean, you stand if the business that I'm not going to have him say it, but you know what? The business model is over $1 million a year of what he's doing. This is a business model that almost anybody can put in place and do this. Really, how long does it take to really to do this kind of business? Is 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 4 hours, 8 hours? What would you say that somebody could put to maintain?
Sure. I mean, this is one of the easiest business models I've ever run. Basically, what I do, so when I'm buying solo ads, I've got, a website set up. I've got, the tracking set up already. So once that's all set up, I might buy a solo ad, or I might buy a few solo ads. It takes me a couple minutes, and I'm done. The system takes care of itself. I might check in later in the day or later in the week and see how that solo ad performed. But for the most part, it's a few minutes. I've done things where I've spent thousands of dollars, in a few hours just buying from all sorts of different vendors. But then I'm set up for the whole month, and I'm all done, and I'm seeing a return because I know I'm dealing with people that I've had a history of having success with, and I have an offer that's converting well, and so I'm just ramping it up and having more success with it. So, you can put in as little as you want and start with, like, say, $5 and start buying solo ads and see what's going on, and keep doing that, every day or every couple days. I recommend people do is say they're working at a regular job, take a percentage of your income and put that into solo ads, following my system, so you know exactly how to do it. And so you pick the right vendors, start small, start growing your list, and then after a few months, you've probably replaced your income from your job, or maybe you've even doubled it, depending on how much you're making and how much money you're putting into this, and take all the profits that you're making from online and just keep reinvesting. And probably in a few months, you should be able to quit your job. Now, I mean, it's all up to you and how much you're putting in and how much money you need to make, so I'm not going to say, in 2 months you're going to be, doing internet marketing full time. But I mean, if you really follow this to a T, and you really take action, and you're willing to invest in yourself and invest in the advertising, and you're testing things and tracking things and improving your results, you're going to be really amazed at how much easier internet marketing does when you're doing this versus like creating articles or videos and blogging and trying to get stuff to rank really well. I mean, you're just buying traffic at a pennies on the dollar, really, and you're able to monetize it very quickly. I've had people who, sign up to my list and they buy stuff right away, and I'm making a profit immediately on a lot of solo ads. I've had other ones where, it might take a couple weeks or even a month or so, but I've made my money back or made a profit from those subscribers. So I mean, it's really, sacrifice a few bucks today to make, $10 later is really how I feel. And I view that, the person who can spend the most money to acquire a customer in their marketplace is the winner. I'm willing to go out there and just keep spending money and investing in myself, investing in my business. Take the money that you would be investing in, high-end courses or in all sorts of WSOs and apply it into buying some solo ads. Have some success with it. See that it works. Once you start seeing that you've made your first dollar online, you're starting to make money online, you're going to be able to realize that this does work, and you're going to be much more passionate about it, much more excited. And the best part, I'm not an accountant or a lawyer or anything like that, but from my understanding, at least how my business operates, I am deducting my solo ads on my tax bill. I deduct, any products that I purchase on my tax bill. I deduct, my websites and my autoresponders and hosting and all that. It's all deducted on my tax bill. Now, you need to check with an accountant or a lawyer on that, but you should probably be able to do that on your business too. And it's just a wonderful feeling being able to grow a business and kind of getting paid by the government to do it in a way where it's all working out in your favor. So it's a great business model to be in.
Well, Reed said it all. I give it 2 thumbs up. By now, you have to understand that this is not that hard to do, really. You can basically almost do it in your lunch hour and get this done and still keep your job and creating hopefully something that you can have a retirement for your kids, your family. You don't have to worry about Social Security later in life. You have really a credible business right here that Reed is explaining. The next thing you have to do is click the link on this, grab this now. It's really not that much. It's really the price. I told you, price of a sandwich. Go without the Subway sandwich and grab this, basically, because this could secure your future later in life. And like I said before, I'm going to say it again. Click the link on the bottom, grab it, study it, study it, study it. Go on the free 15-minute call with Reed. Ask a ton of questions. I mean, do this now. Don't wait. Jump on it now and then put it in action. So Reed, I'm going to help people a little bit more. Is sometimes there's a little devil on the side. We talked about that before, and the devil is basically telling you a bunch of bull crap on there, and he's trying to hold you back because he don't want to see you quit your job. He wants to see you be in slavery for the rest of your life. And the angel just wants to help you. He really is basically on your side. He's telling you maybe take action. Jump on this. There's a way out of your misery and way out of your slavery. What would that angel say?
I think the angel would point out that this is really the perfect definite part-time business. I mean, like you said, this is something you can operate on your lunch hour or right when you get home from work. It's not like you're slaving away creating products and having to network with people. You're just handing money over to people that you've already had some success with or you've already done some research on to know that that's someone you want to do business with. And they're sending out emails promoting you, endorsing you, saying that your stuff is really good, that what you're giving away is awesome. And I mean, how hard is it to give away something for free? It's pretty easy to give away something for free. Get people on your list. You can even promote other offers that are free and start getting paid that way. I've done that before. So if you're afraid to sell stuff, you can send out messages for other free things and get paid that way. Or you can redirect people to other free offers and get paid that way. I mean, this is something that you can run, a few minutes a day, probably under 30 minutes a day for most people, and they could be running a very successful business, if they're following my system, they're following my steps, and they really apply themselves, and they're willing to reinvest their profits, reinvest a percentage of their income, and just put it towards this. I mean, this is a lot better than, I feel it's a lot better than putting money aside towards like retirement and stuff like that. Start building a real business that can run itself and be a lot more automated. I mean, you're going to have geographic freedom, time freedom, and financial freedom by taking action with solo ads and doing it the correct way and buying from the correct vendors who can actually help you out, help you build a business, even if you've never built a business before and you're just starting from scratch. I mean, this is a great opportunity for you to get started right away, start building that business, start being able to build a reputation with your list. I mean, for instance, let's say you build an email list and then you want to start doing a show like this, or you want to start doing a blog or something like that, or even you want to like release your own stuff later on. This is a great launching pad for you to really grow your business. I mean, you could take away all my websites, all my products, anything that I've got online, but give me my email list. I know I will make money with my email list, and I know I'll be back on track by having an email list. And so I want to give you kind of the keys to the kingdom and share with you how I grow my list. I mean, this is one of my top sources of traffic, and it converts incredibly well. So take action right now. Click the link below, and I think you guys are going to be pleasantly surprised.
You know what? Thumbs up. Click the link on the below. Grab it, and jump on this and start putting it in action. And hopefully we'll see you on the other side. And you know what? I just want to actually get a private message from the people that actually get jumped on this. Just let me know how much you love it. I already have it. I grabbed it, and I'm going to put it in action myself. Thanks a lot, Reed.
Thank you, James. Thanks for having me.